time for May's much anticipated essential PS Plus lineup, so let's get ready. First we have Grid Legends for both the PS4 and PS5. There's a platinum difficulty of 4 out of 10 and will take you over 75 plus hours to bag it. Grid Legends is an awesome single player mode with an epic story mode packed with 36 events and cool cutscenes featuring the legendary Nathan McCain, of course.
I'm Nathan McCain.
Codemasters does a great job when it comes to arcade racing goodness. Story events are no exception, featuring all the classic race types like regular races, knockouts, time trials and much more. You'll be driving around in style with the amazing cars featured in the game. If you like customising your ride even more, you can adjust everything from the gear ratios and dampeners to springs and beyond. Perfect for optimising your playstyle, all of which have their advantages and disadvantages. Aside from the story mode, you've got career mode making its return, featuring a boatload of different events to take part in. With races similar to those seen in story mode, you'll never be bored in this part of the game. It's like heaven for car fanatics like myself. Racing around tracks and exploring new areas is a great way to spend your day. Just make sure you fill up enough petrol. The game is absurdly easy for the most part. It removes a lot of the tension from the game, particularly when the commentary is constantly pushing you to beat your rivals and you've already passed them and several vehicles behind. If you want to amp up the fun factor, I highly recommend cranking up the difficulty or trying out the custom settings with car damage turned on. It's definitely worth the shot. Grid Legends gets a decent 7 out of 10. Secondly, for both the PS4 and PS5, we have one of my favourite games, Chivalry 2. Platinum difficulty 5 out of 10 and 40 plus hours to complete. Chivalry has always been unashamed to fall a bit more of the arcade side of gaming. Chivalry 2 stepped up its game, totally outdid its predecessor in the multiplayer department. Dead set it's better than ever. There's still a lot of skill involved, but it's easier to dive in and start getting some gloriously gory kills without feeling like you're a sheep surrounded by wolves. Get ready for a wild ride in Chivalry 2 with up to 64 other players engaged in team battles or a chaotic free-for-all. All this is sound beautifully detailed battlefields that will make you feel like you're truly there. We've got loads of classes available to you to explore, 4 of them right off the bat, and the rest are just waiting to be unlocked. Think of it like 12 flavours of ice cream arranged into 4 yummy categories. Okay, sorry, got sidetracked. You can also unlock new primary and secondary weapons with each class, so there's a lot of meaning progression to work towards. You can customise your weapons to suit your playstyle. The most exciting part of the game is mastering your swiping skills, whether you're swinging for an arm to chop off or attempting to block and dodge. I'm a big fan of Chivalry 2 as I mentioned before, and have practically racked up a lot of hours. It's not exactly the most realistic sort of playing game, but hey, it's all about having fun and feeling powerful in it, and it definitely delivers on that front. Plus you've also got some Monty Python level humour thrown in for a good measure.
Sorry, just clearing up a blockage.
Once you become the master of all weapon types and have taken down an entire army of opponents, you'll feel invincible, godlike. Chivalry 2 is truly delicious, 9 out of 10. Definitely give it a try if you haven't already. A few practice swings will have you dealing out devastating damage to your foes in no time. The third game coming to us from the PS gods is Decenders, which is both for the PS4 and PS5 again. Platinum difficulty 5 out of 10 and 30 hours to complete depending upon your skill levels. Who would have thought that a roguelike game could be about extreme sports biking? Only the devs Rage Squid know how to surprise us. Buckle up and get ready to go on a wild ride in Decenders. You'll be zooming your way down hills, trying to reach the end without crashing too often. But what makes the game really stand out is its combination of roguelike elements. When you get ready to ride up the career ladder, there's a quick tutorial on how to do that. The track's difficulty depends upon how steep and twisty it is, as well as the number of stunts you can pull off, which usually means more roadblocks in your way. You navigate your way through a series of tracks from one to another and then finally up the notorious boss jump. It requires some serious guts to make it across in one go. You have to jump over a train or even over a volcano. Try and survive these jumps as well as any other mishaps along the way. A life pool that dwindles the more you crash, and should you run out of lives, it's time to start from the very beginning again. But remember, it's a roguelike. If you complete the bonus objective on the boss jump 3 times, you actually unlock a shortcut and start from the next biome. Descenders is everything you could possibly want in a downhill. Descenders is everything you could possibly want in a downhill cycling roguelike. Descenders also gets a decent 7 out of 10. All PS Plus Essential games will be available from Tuesday the 2nd of May 2023. Remember, you still have time to grab April Essential games and add them to your library. Meet Your Maker, which I highly recommend, Sackboy, A Big Adventure, and Tales of Iron. Don't miss out. Until then, have a blast and don't forget to visit AbsinthTears.com for more news and updates. Laters.